Let's talk about my new album. Album number 7, Red Wine Philosophy. Red Wine Philosophy is like a sip on an empty stomach. It's honest, unfiltered, and maybe a bit rough around the edges. Those 16 tracks talk about the complex moments that shape us, experiences you share with a friend while drinking a glass of wine, and you're not afraid to go really deep. I recorded, arranged, edited, produced, and mixed the entire album myself. I mixed Red Wine Philosophy everywhere, at home in Nashville, on the road, in Germany, in Italy, in Austria, wherever I was. On Red Wine Philosophy, I played guitar, piano, and ukulele, and I sang every vocal and arranged all the harmonies. Because since childhood, I've sung in choirs, and that's when my love for layered vocals began. Take a listen to my song Solo Super, for example. There are many different vocal layers, and I recorded each twice, one for the right and one for the left.
In my thoughts, I'm a solo sipper, watch. You know nothing about my life.
Luca plays electric guitar on the record, and he's using my Gibson that I named Redwin, which I've had since 2013. I just have this habit of naming everything. My instruments, my car, even my house. I started playing classical guitar at age 8. Later I took lessons in piano, vocals, and songwriting, and I wrote my first songs at 11 and recorded them on a cassette. We didn't have smartphones in the 90s, so I had to remember chords and write down the actual notes on paper. When my father passed away in 2018, he was not even 55 years old. Something shifted. I made a decision. I will not live a life based on others' expectations. I will not be someone's project or experiment or product. Watching him lose his chance to fully live his life pushed me to claim mine. And since then, I've been writing album after album, and I will not stop. It's just what I love, and it's all I need. And I won't change my work ethics regarding what I will create and when.
Guten Tag, Damen und Herren. Willkommen bei der Show, wo alle lachen können.
As a child, I grew up in the GDR, and I secretly listened to Michael Jackson, Alanis Morissette, ELO, Sting, Joni Mitchell, and Fiona Apple, and all these artists, they were singing in English, and that's why English was the sound of freedom to me. And German, in contrast, carried the weight of restrictions and sadness. Where I grew up, there were no music studios or music lovers open to new styles, no producers waiting to help. It certainly wasn't Nashville. So already as a child, I knew I had to go to the USA. We moved from Europe to Nashville, known as the American Music City, and I had a connection to it because I first recorded here in 2010 with Sony Music, and that's why we chose to live here in this vibrant place. For over 20 years, I've been touring around the world. I played alone or with a band. I played in clubs, in pubs, at major festivals, on big stages, you name it. I performed in the UK, in Ireland, in Germany, in Poland, in Italy, so many countries, Portugal, Russia, China, Saudi Arabia, Canada, and the list goes on, and I'm so grateful for these experiences. Luca and I create all of our music videos ourselves. It's just the two of us.
Watch me. Little wheels, that's a gun streak, switch section. I run with no gasoline.
Over the years, we filmed around 80, and each one was a little different. We choose new outfits, we scout locations that fit the music, and we love to step into different roles in our videos. We just love having full control over our creative process. What began 7 years ago has grown beyond anything I imagined. Today, our videos have been viewed more than 200 million times. That's a number I never thought we would reach. In 2006, I released my debut album, Man from the Woods, and it was an alternative music album. And now with Red Wine Philosophy, I'm going back to the roots because it's an alternative music album as well. I wanted to make music that's not made to fit any playlist or radio station. It's not made to aim for the charts. It simply exists and it speaks for itself. I created Red Wine Philosophy because I wanted to have this album in my life.
Am I so